your host, Bobby the Brain Haynes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling, where every week we bring you the greatest professional athletes in the world today, the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation. What a lineup this week. Great, yes. Because King Kong Bundy's not on it.
Neither is Mr. Wonderful.
No.
Neither
is the King.
Neither are the Islanders.
Neither are the Islanders.
Neither is Andre the Giant.
That's correct.
Neither is Ravishing Rick Rude.
That's right.
Neither is...
What are you doing? What are you doing with all these guys, leading them all astray? We're dealing with some superstars, in fact, including the Macho Man Randy Savage, the Natural, Butch Reed. The Slickster's doing very well for himself.
Yeah, he seems to be doing all right.
Well, talk about guys doing well for themselves. How about the Mouth, the Colonel? He's got the Intercontinental Champion in the Honky Tonk Man. He's got the Hart Foundation, the reigning tag team champions of the world. Both of those titles in his stable. What do you got? Nada.
Right? He's starting right off.
Oh, well, I'm just pointing some things out to you. Tito Santana's going to join us. The Jumping Bomb Angels, that sensational ladies team out of Japan, is going to be with us as well. And, of course, our feature, the Hart Foundation against the British Bulldogs. I'd like to see title change hands.
I would, too. I'd like to see the Islanders have it.
Well, the Islanders, obviously, the World Wrestling Federation Championship Committee has not seen fit to deem them #1 challenger.
Well, the championship,
for one reason or another.
Well, I can tell you in a second the exact reason why they won't do it.
Go ahead. Explain it to us why they won't do it.
Jack Tunney.
While he's thinking about that, we'll take it to our opening match with the Macho Man Randy Savage.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing in the ring from Seattle, Washington, weighing 220 pounds, Brady Boone. The opponent, soon to be entering the ring area, accompanied by Elizabeth from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 237 pounds, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Elizabeth leading the way for her man, Macho Man Randy. Oh, she is lovely.
You know, she's beautiful, Monsoon. I don't know what she's got a piece of meat like that hanging on her arm for.
I'll tell you what, Savage, destined for greatness, no question in my mind. Right now, he's got his eyes set on the World Championship currently around the waist of the Hulkster.
He's a funny man, you know, Savage. When he wants something, he will get it one way or the other.
Well, he stated emphatically and claimed emphatically that he would become the Intercontinental Champion, and he did, in fact, do that.
But he also said he'd never lose it.
Well, there's always two sides to a coin.
That's right. Now you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. You've been gold-bricking these past few months.
I'm going to sit here and gut it out with you.
Yeah, you're going to sit. Am I going to hear a few oohs and ahs? I'm sure I will.
Not if I don't move fast.
We're underway. The bell is sounded. Do not like the chances of Brady Boone, although I understand this youngster can really fly in there.
I had some people mention him to me a while back, and they said this is one of the next superstars of professional wrestling. Probably one of the most agile men.
Well,
let's see.
I haven't seen an awful lot of Brady Boone.
Well, let's scout him.
Listen, a great test for him, for sure.
Think if he could score a win over Savage here.
Reversal and another reversal. Got outsmarted. Oh! Macho, look at this. Double backflip.
Wow!
And a drop kick right out of nowhere, and Savage outside the ring.
Yeah, I like what I see.
Can King Kong Bundy do that? Or Bam Bam Bigelow?
Get out of the ring, yes.
No, do those double backflips.
If they wanted to.
Yeah, I'm sure. How about the King?
I think he copied that from the King.
You think so, huh? Obviously, the Macho Man very surprised by those electrifying moves of Brady Boone. Beautiful shoulder tackle. Dropped down in front by Boone, over the top. Leapfrog got caught in midair. He puts it to his advantage and takes him over with the head scissors.
Savage is worried now. This guy surprised Savage.
I don't think he figured on this kind of offense.
Look at the tightness in that body. He's in good shape. I'm impressed with the guy.
He certainly is.
Of course, now the most important thing is, does he have an IQ or is he just another ham and egger?
Well, you would know a lot about that.
IQs?
Ham and eggers. You got a few. Side headlock, got rid of him in a hurry. Shoulder block. Nicely done by Boone. Waiting setup. Another high flying Henson's coming up. No, he got caught. He went to the well one too many times.
Forget it, he's stupid.
Anybody can make a mistake like that.
You don't make mistakes if you're a member of my family.
You don't, huh? Oh, look at that leverage move by the former champion.
I never saw that before.
Clothesline right over the top rope, and a concerned look on the face of Elizabeth, and rightly so. Although the tide has turned in this match. Slingshot, wow, halfway across the ring.
Well, you better go home and visit your Uncle Daniel.
Snapmare takes the youngster over, then a knee drop right into the sternum area. I believe that the Macho Man now has this match under control. Oh, boy, did he come down hard.
Oh, I like that.
Gonna have some extracurricular activity here on the outside as ramming him face first into the ring apron. Macho Man just electrifying in some of the things he can do in there. And nobody does any of that aerial work, that high-flying stuff off that top rope, and any better than.
Well, look at this. Boone's still up.
Nice knee lift.
After going off the ring the way he did.
Boone now going backflip right over the top of the Macho Man and ran right into a clothesline.
Boy, oh boy, if he'd only use his brains.
Those kind of moves are great if you can put them in combination with something else. Obviously, Brady not able to do that at that particular point in time. Macho look a little frustrated there.
Is he one of the original members of the Brady Bunch?
Please. Look at this. Perched high atop, some 18 feet down. Oh. Could be the beginning of the end for Brady Boone. Not too many guys can come back after that double axe handle to the back of the neck like that. Scoops in deep for the slam. Almost a power slam. There he goes. To the outside. We're gonna see the Macho Man indeed fly again. Oh, beautifully executed. Sorry about that, Brady.
Well, could have been worse, Monsoon. Could have been me.
What a gallant effort on the part of Brady Boone. As we go back and take a look as he gets just shoved out of there. There it comes, that awesome flying elbow. Oh, really planted it.
Macho Man is indeed one of a kind. Just a question of time, as I said during that match before. Some gold of some kind will be around the waist of that gentleman.
Well, he's a very intense athlete. Anything he wants, he goes after, and he goes after 200%.
Well, why don't you have that same outlook? Well,
Am I
maybe
on
you
trial?
do.
Am I
Maybe
on
you
trial?
do. No, maybe you do. It's just that it's all escaped you, hasn't it?
No, I have been the victim of...
Circumstances.
No, I have been the victim of prejudice. They're jealous of me.
Who's jealous?
Jack Tunney, the World Wrestling Federation, all the referees. Everybody saw what happened in WrestleMania 3.
But you should be happy now.
Why
You
should I
have
be happy
Mr.
now?
T is going to be a referee, the enforcer here in the World Wrestling. That
Well,
should make you
T-
happy.
T better go back to the movie lot and hang around with those 110-pound stuntmen. Like I said before, he gets up in my face anyway, he'll be eating soup for 6 months.
You'll be sorry. I'm sure you'll be sorry. Do it that way. Go ahead, do
Well,
it.
you do it that way.
Go ahead. Introduce the match. You want to introduce. Go ahead. Be my guest, please.
Well, this will be done right.
Go. I hope so.
This next match...
Camera 2, please. Straight ahead of you.
No, I refuse to do
Follow the
anything.
yellow brick road.
I may leave.
Hillbilly Jim getting it on in Madison Square Garden with the natural Butch Reed coming at you.
Oh, golly. What do they eat out there where he lives in Mudlick? They have all sorts of strange
all kinds
food,
of
don't they?
chitlins and all kinds of weird creatures
Yes.
that they find. Granny does some fantastic recipes, I understand.
Yes. She certainly fed him a few meals.
He hasn't missed too many meals. Well over that 300-pound mark. I'm sure you could find some vittles inside those pockets if you look deep enough.
Yes. Looking at Hillbilly and looking at Butch, the natural Reed, there's not a sign of weakness at all between those two men, is there?
Absolutely none. The only weakness I can see right now is that the Doctor of Style, the Slickster, is not in attendance here.
That's not such a bad thing, is it?
No, not for Hillbilly Jim, it isn't.
It might be, though, for Butch Reed. And don't let Butch Reed underestimate Hillbilly Jim with his beard, long hair, and coveralls, because look at him. That is not bad at
The
all.
Natural gave a couple of poses, and Hillbilly Jim did the best he could, and the crowd ate it up.
Well, he's got a very good development for a natural country boy, hasn't he?
Sure does. He pushes a lot of that old-fashioned type iron that it's called hard work.
Yes. Butch Reed, though, a finely honed professional, a fantastic wrestler, a man who will dig his heels in and get the job done. So Slick made a good discovery with this man.
Well, the Natural got his sights set on the World's Heavyweight Championship, for what I understand, Alfred, the last time I spoke with the Slickster, who indeed could also be out trying to romance Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yes, yes.
It seems everybody is wanting to do that. And of course, I understand also as well that everybody is looking to rub up against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Everybody wants a piece of that money, Alfred.
Yes, they do. They really do. You know, in my estimation, I think that Butch Reed is probably one of the best wrestlers, black wrestlers, to come along since Bobo Brazil.
Oh, there's a classic.
Isn't he a great wrestler?
Yes. Had many a match with Bobo Brazil in my career.
I bet they were matches
Consummate
too.
wrestler. Side headlock by the Natural. Between he and the Slickster made many derogatory remarks, not only about the World's Heavyweight Champion, but about this gentleman right here from Mudlick.
Yes.
Hillbilly Jim. And about superstar Billy Graham, too.
Yes. A few.
Oh, excuse me.
Said there.
Ran into the immovable object.
The Rock of Gibraltar there.
Look at the look on the face of Hillbilly. Excuse me. What time is the next train due?
Two really good moves there.
Butch says, come on, let me
boy.
stand still and you give me the shoulder tackle. Let's see what happens. Hillbilly will oblige him. Oh, he obliged him with a big right roundhouse right. The Natural didn't expect that, a big headbutt. Slingshot right in. Oh, put his head down. Lack of experience there on the part of Hillbilly.
Yes. And I'm afraid Hillbilly did underestimate Reed a little bit there.
Got out of the way of that knee drop, though, in a hurry.
Well, maybe Hillbilly set him up for that. I mean, we really don't know what ticks in the mind of Hillbilly Jim. He's difficult to read.
Really stretching out those hamstrings. Look at those nice black patent leather shoes given to him by world champion Hulk Hogan. Oh.
A headbutt to the solar plexus.
That'll make you wish you were home doing something else. In fact, Butch may be going home.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I keep saying that Hillbilly Jim mustn't underestimate Butch Reed, but it's also the other way around. Butch Reed mustn't underestimate Hillbilly Jim either.
Reed just screamed at the referee saying, come here, let me tell you what this guy's doing to me.
I think this is where Reed is missing Slick.
Absolutely.
I think Slick would have made his presence felt around about now.
Obviously, the game plan set down up front of this match by the Slickster and the Natural is not working.
No, it hasn't come into play at all. Because...
Oh, look, he's mocking him.
Yes, he is. He's making...
Oh, he said that's natural.
I wonder what Granny thinks of that. While he's mocking Butch Reed.
He doesn't have to do anything to get Butch mad. Butch is mad now.
Yes. He may pay for it.
Little test of strength here. This will be interesting because in my book, these guys are both about the same in that upper body power.
The Natural, Butch Reed, all bent out of shape by the big guy from Mudlick.
How do you know which camera's on?
Just watch the young lady there. She will point you in the right direction.
Young lady?
Yes.
Know how old she is?
I don't have a clue how old she is, but she's the one that tells you which camera's on. How long have you been doing this anyway?
Over a year
Obviously
now.
not long enough. We'll be back with the exciting conclusion of this matchup in just one moment. You want to say something to her? should try to get Miss Betty, and maybe she can straighten.
I'm waiting for a call.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have an answering service and all
Yes,
that?
I do.
Well, you spare no expense, do you?
Are you kidding me? I'm branching out too. I'm getting a bigger office with I got 2 more girls hired.
Please, give me a break. You're unreal. Let's go back to ringside in Madison Square Garden.
I was going to say that.
He is gradually provoking Reed and provoking him, and probably that's Hillbilly Jim's plan. Let him lose control of himself.
The man from Mudlick has got more upstairs than a lot of people give credit for.
Yes. And a lot of power upstairs too. Look at that.
Look at the lats. Look at the development there in the subscapularis. That's where the power comes from that you need for this particular move. But look at the natural coming from the down position, powered his way back to his feet. That's awesome power right there.
Yes, a lot of that is arm strength too, and he's got tremendous, heavily muscled arms. Butch Reed, big chest.
Planted one right in the lower abdomen and took the Hillbilly down to his knees.
Look at the size of those shoulders and arms on Butch Reed. That is power.
Look at the look on the kisser of the Hillbilly. He's going to fight this thing.
It's coming up.
He's got this capacity crowd on his side, but Butch didn't give him a chance. Put another boot downstairs in the breadbasket. Well, the natural is asking the referee to ask Hillbilly if he wants to give up.
He's never going to give up. He's never going to give up.
Highly unlikely.
I think you'd have to cut off both his arms before he would give up. He doesn't know the meaning of that word.
That would be an insult to the world's heavyweight champion if he was to give up from there.
Yes.
And he knows that.
Everybody in Mudlick, Kentucky must be watching this match.
All 5 of them. Oh! Turn around is fair play. Oh! Stomp on the fingers one time.
300 pounds plus coming down on those fingers like that must really hurt.
Told the referee didn't do it. Actually, there's nothing illegal about that move.
No. And I don't know why the referee is reprimanding him.
Well, because the referee obviously doesn't know the rules of it. The natural complaining vehemently.
Well, I don't know if Slick is in the audience anywhere. But
He's liable to be.
He is liable to be. He should definitely be down at ringside now with his man.
Oh, look at that. I guess the natural had the referee check out the fingernails, and while he did, Reed just lowered the bull bar to the blind side.
Putting those big boots to the right arm, forearm of Hillbilly Jim. And Hillbilly Jim has been momentarily stunned.
Hillbilly ran face first right into that top turnbuckle. He's in trouble.
He is, and he went down hard there, Gorilla, onto the back of his head. In fact, he lost control of that body movement. Took a bad blow to the canvas.
Slingshot in, elbow well placed right in the middle of the sternum. You can see Hillbilly clutching that area. That's a chokehold, ref. He's right on the throat. The natural will get away with whatever you let him get away with out there.
He will. He'll take the rules and bend them right to the utmost to try and get a victory here, because this is a most important bout for both these men.
Very ring-wise, the natural, Butch Reed, can work his way around a lot of officials. And clutching his eye, Hillbilly Jim in trouble here in Madison Square Garden. Gorilla Monsoon at ringside with his lordship, Alfred Hayes. Well, this one-on-one confrontation between the big guy from Mudlick, Hillbilly Jim, and the natural. Well, not so natural.
Well, yes, either way, but the natural looking very good right now. Hold him out of the ring.
Hillbilly down on the concrete, luckily come down on his hands and knees. Saved him a little bit there.
Maybe not such a good move by Reed there, giving him time to recover, and Hillbilly Jim back on the side of the ropes, much too quickly, I'm afraid. He should have taken more time outside the ring. The referee hadn't even started the count.
Should have taken a little walk around, a little height ski for himself.
Yes.
Clear the cobwebs, give you a chance to catch your breath a little bit.
I don't think that move really appeals to Hillbilly Jim, though. He likes to be in where the action is and not shirking his duties, as he might put it.
Oh, look at that. That'll give you a negative attitude. Make you wish you were back in Mudlick, sitting on the front porch, strumming a few tunes. Oh, look at this power of natural Butch Reed.
Well, that is power. He just jerked him up there. over 300 pounds.
Planning to heel of that right hand right between the eyes. Oh, almost a 3 count there. As Hillbilly came out the back door right at the last split second.
It was because Hillbilly couldn't get his arms underneath Reed. Reed had him so nicely pinned there. He just managed it at the last split
look at
second.
this. Come on, ref, that's an illegal maneuver there.
Well, the referee is telling him about it, but that's all.
Well, it started out all Hillbilly, and now it's all the natural as he's unloading now with the heavy artillery on the big guy from Mudlick, who's in deep trouble.
Big uppercut move there in the corner.
Slingshot. Oh, ran right into that size 16, right in the kisser.
Jim not being able to follow this up as quickly as he would like to.
Rang his bell with that move. Oh, nice clothesline.
Now he's moving a bit better. Now he's got that inspiration working.
Elbow drop. No.
Just
Reed was playing possum there, Alfred.
He was definitely setting him up for that.
And it's Reed with an elbow. And nobody home on that one.
Hillbilly Jim returned the favor there to Reed, I'm afraid. Reed, who was looking just indomitable a little while ago, now is on the receiving end of quite an attack.
Reversal. Oh, nice knee, high placed. Started out in the chest and worked its way right up to the chin.
Reed,
where's the natural going?
He's limping a bit.
Going on the second turnbuckle from the inside.
And Hillbilly Jim not knowing where his opponent is.
The natural's waiting for him.
Coming to his feet. Back round, and now he sees Reed.
Oh, what a clothesline.
And that could have been too late.
Hooks the lucky. He grabbed him right by the pocket, Alfred.
Yes, he did. He took advantage of the clothing of those coveralls. And I'm afraid Hillbilly Jim has only himself to blame there.
Hooked the hand right into the trouser pockets of those bib overhauls and managed to hold a big guy down. Wow.
Hey, Billy Graham, I'm coming for you.
Wait a minute. You want to pull somebody's tights? You get your butt back in here, I'll pull yours off.
Hillbilly saying, come on back in, I'll show you how to pull some tights. I'll pull yours right off.
I think he would after that because his tempo has been raised.
Contest, the natural Butch Reed.
Reed is not going to take that offer. He's going now. He's got a victory.
Not. Let's go back and take a look.
Hillbilly,
How the natural sort of outsmarted the guy from Mudlick.
Hillbilly Jim was very slow getting up here, and when he turned round, he wasn't ready for that clothesline from the middle rope. Well done.
It was the momentum coming down, but look at this now. Right into that back pocket, right there. Hooked it good.
What a miscarriage of justice in Madison Square Garden.
Boy, sure was. Hillbilly Jim should never be allowed to wrestle.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Butch Reed went right into the back pocket of Hillbilly and used that leverage to hold the big guy's shoulders down. Otherwise, he'd have never been able to do that.
If the big dumb hick from Mudlick is dumb enough not to know the phone number, how to order wrestling trunks, then he deserves to be beat in his own dirty overalls. He got whipped like he should have.
Those are his wrestling trunks. The bib overhauls. That's his trademark.
I don't like him. And he got whipped, just like Patera's going to get whipped.
Patera's going to get whipped.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm not
you're
done
not
with
going to
him.
do it, right?
Oh, I'm going to do it.
You're gonna
now
do
that
it.
I'm, well, I'm not 100% well yet, but I'm on the road. Yeah, he's going to get whipped all right. What else you want to talk about?
Go ahead. You have the floor.
Talk about my friend, $1 Million Man, Mr. DiBiase.
Oh, now he's your friend, right? Because he's throwing all that money around.
One of my best friends.
It's time in the program to go to a special interview with Jake the Snake Roberts.
All right, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, and of course, your sidekick, who is built like a brick, like a gold bricker, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Jake Roberts, come on in. I'm not going to ask you to throw your 2 cents worth in on that. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about what's going on right now in the World Wrestling Federation, especially involving the Intercontinental Champion of the world, the Honky Tonk Man. I don't think I've seen anybody quite so cocky, quite so arrogant as this flamboyant man from Memphis, Tennessee.
Boy's taking his chances, isn't he?
He is.
He's letting that mouth overload what he can carry. You can't carry on what you've been saying. Everybody around town is talking about you. They say you're laying down the song anytime you want to. Well, standing right here is one man that will not sing the blues for you. I mean, after all, you've taken your best shots. You've tried a few things that didn't work. But you've got my attention, my full, undivided attention. Now, that's something you've got to deal with, Honky Tonk, because you know where we're different. You're taking your best shots on me, and I'm still getting up. When I drop a man, they don't get up. And if I ever get the chance of getting my hands on you, I'll be careful of your greasy hair, because I don't want my hands to slip when I hook that DDT and drive you through the mat. Now, Jimmy, you be a good little squirrel and stay in the corner and behave yourself. I can't stand that little twerp.
That's it, a twerp. It's a female squirrel.
You know, he thinks he's got the world going all his way. He's got the tag team champions on his side. He seems to be pulling this out of that. But you got to think back how you achieved your success. I've taken my chances in the past. I've lit candles in the wind. I mean, after all, I'm just a strange little boy stuck in high society, walking around with high-heeled women full of champagne and lies. So I know how to live my life. And I know what I want. And Honky Tonk, I got to tell you the truth, brother. It's all you.
All right, Jake the Snake Roberts with some comments regarding the Intercontinental Champion of the World, the Honky Tonk Man.
Boy, whatever we do here on Primetime Wrestling becomes common knowledge in an instant.
Wait a minute, I want to talk about Orkman. Who does that little Adolf Hitler look-alike think he is calling me a gold brick?
Well,
I'll show that shirt will run. I'll drive him in the ground so far he'll never see anything.
He obviously saw the award.
See, it's more junk you start. Look, I'm laughing. He's having a ball at my expense.
We'll be back in just a moment with the $1 Million Man.
I'm going to have you canned.
Well, maybe you wouldn't do it for $100. But you...
Folks, over the weeks, we've seen the $1 Million Man do some very despicable things. We've seen him chase young children out of a swimming pool by using money as an influence. We've seen him chase the bride in tears out of the bridal suite using his money. We've seen him buy a table in a restaurant using his money. We've seen him get hospital assistants spreading around the green stuff with the president's pictures on them. You won't believe what you're going to see right now.
What?
Just watch.
From the pages of the World Wrestling Federation magazine, here's Update with Craig DeGeorge.
Hello again, everyone. More on a WWF newcomer. So new, in fact, we haven't even seen the guy wrestle yet. But we've heard about him. Boy, have we heard about him. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Well, he's making quite a name for himself with his course, money buys anything or anybody motto. As DiBiase says, everyone has a price. And to prove that, DiBiase has been whipping out $100 bills to, among other things, avoid long lines at restaurants and to kick kids out of a pool so he could have it for himself. Now the latest episode, of course, another disgusting demonstration.
I've just polished off another so-called contender who thought that he had enough wrestling talent and ability to be in the same ring with the $1 Million Man. But he found out very quickly that he didn't have what it takes to stay in the ring with a man of my caliber. And in an attempt to prove to you still unbelieving people out there who don't believe that I can buy anything or anybody, I gave a mere $100 bill, one Benjamin Franklin, to this young man. And what did he do for it? He came into the ring, he got down on his knees, and he kissed my stinking, sweaty feet. $100 for him. Well, maybe you wouldn't do it for $100, but you'd do it for $2, or you'd do it for $3. The bottom line is, you'll do whatever I ask, because we all know everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
What kind of twisted mind does this guy have? Remember, this $1 Million Man is no good Samaritan. He's getting his kicks, reducing a human being down to the lowest elements, all for $1. With Update, I'm Craig DeGeorge.
I refuse to even comment on that.
I'll comment on it. Another poor sap made $100. Easy work. What would you do for? What would it cost for you to get down and kiss my foot? 50, 75 cents?
You don't have enough money.
Let's say $1,000.
You don't have enough money.
2,000. 5,000. Kiss my own then.
You
Save the money.
probably do. As well as some of the other members of your stable, I'm sure.
Well, you know, he's
You ever got Bundy down on his knees to kiss the sweat off your feet?
No, I don't do that. I just...
You just shortchange him on the pay.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
A man who really proved something to a lot of people, referring to superstar Billy Graham. Here's a man that they said would possibly never walk again. This man has proven everybody dead wrong by actually stepping foot back inside the squared circle, something that even the brain thought could never happen
I
again.
didn't think he'd ever be wrestling again.
You're absolutely right. Well, now you know that he's going to have a friend, and his friend's name happens to be Ken Patera. So that's one more guy against you. Let's go to the special report.
But I'm here to tell you, doctors, I'm here to tell the critics, I'll wear the tie-dyed t-shirts, I'll wear the tie-dyed wristbands again, superstar Billy Graham. I'll put the boots on again. I've been slain, I've been cut down, but no man, no surgeon, nobody can keep the superstar down. I'm coming back.
Well, we all may have had sympathy, but really, how many of us believe that the superstar would do it? Now, there was no question about desire and heart, but overcoming a seemingly insurmountable injury and hip replacement surgery, come on. But he did it. Last week, the superstar showed us what perseverance is all about. The tie-dye tights, the wristbands, the earrings, all back. And the grand entrance was a sight to see and hear. The superstar heard the roar. The emotion was there. A payback from the fans for fighting back from hip surgery to the ring. And we asked the superstar how it felt.
Yeah, superstar Billy Graham felt the people. It went down into my soul, down into my heart, down into where I live. The people reached out for superstar Billy Graham. They were there, the emotion. I saw tears. Superstar Billy Graham had tears. It touched me to my heart, to my soul, to see the people behind superstar Billy Graham. And I will not let you down. You are the reason I survived, and you are the reason I'll continue.
Well, the entrance was impressive, but the question still stared right at him. Could and would the new hip hold up in the ring?
That's incredible. Ooh, hey. And there's a definite Jesse Ventura move right there.
Well, if we didn't have this videotape, you might not believe this comeback is for real. But that's why they call him the superstar. Billy Graham is back, wrestling now with a new hip. Of course, bigger challenges lie ahead, but on this night, his first test, well, it was a rousing success. With this special report, I'm Craig DeGeorge.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what a tearjerker, huh? Seeing him in the hospital there, seeing him come out and kiss
had major surgery. We showed that right here on Prime Time
kiss
Wrestling.
Those silly-looking little kids. Boy, he should get his own TV show, maybe like a soap opera, The Young and the Ridiculous.
Silly-looking little kids?
Well, one kid
what
had
kind of derogatory statement is that?
Funny-looking hat on with some kind of an elf on it or something. I don't know.
Suppose he'd have had a Bobby the Brain Heenan doll in his hand. He wouldn't have been a silly-looking little kid, would he?
A smart little boy.
Yeah.
Smart
quick
little boy.
the tide turns.
Well, hey, I can be fair.
You when?
Name it.
Name
Call
it.
DiBiase. Maybe I'll be fair.
Talking about fairness, a man who has a real trial ahead of him right now, referring
Patera?
to Rick Martel.
Oh.
Patera has paid his dues to society.
But not to the Heenan family.
No.
You see Jake the Snake with that striped suit on he had a little while ago? Was that Patera's old suit?
Please. Talking about Rick Martel and how he's having at this particular point in time to go it alone as his partner just bailed out completely out of the picture. For whatever reason, whether he was scared, whether it got too rough, the going got too tough. Let's ask Rick and find out.
We'll get it straight in.
Last week, as many of you know, Rick lost his tag team partner, plain and simply quit. And Rick, I know this is not only a very deep professional loss for you, but rather a very deep personal loss as well.
Yes, it was very, very hard for me to take that because, you know, my partner, when times got tough, competition got tough, he just walked out on me. I mean, after all we've been through together, he just left me, and you know, it's hard for me to take. And I still, you know, I have a lot of questions to ask myself.
It was a shock to us. Shock to you?
Yes, it was. But you know, there's one thing I am not. I am not a quitter. No, sir. And the Islanders, I don't care. I don't care what they've done. They're gonna pay for it, and I'm gonna fight back. I may be by myself right now, but I'm gonna fight them 100%. And I know all the people right now, they're all with me, and that's all. That's all that matters to me.
Well, you gotta look to the future, Rick Martel, and it sounds as though you're putting this episode behind you, and you are. looking toward what's coming ahead.
Yes, sir, I'm putting the episode behind me, and I'm looking forward to meet the Islanders one-on-one if I have to, because now I have the people with me.
Thank you very much, Rick Martel.
Talk about determination written all over the face of Rick Martel.
If Martel had been smart, he'd have quit. Because if he thinks he's going to go it alone against the Islanders, pal, you're badly mistaken. He's from Quebec, Canada.
He's a much smarter individual than that, Brain. He's not going to try to go it alone against
well, he's
both
looking
Islanders.
for sympathy. He's sitting there with a $2 Miami Vice suit on.
Don't you dare talk about guys looking for sympathy after what you did here to receive the award.
I beg your pardon.
Well,
I had an injury.
We'll be back right after this.
Maybe.
Jumping Bomb Angels, since coming here to these United States of Americas, have done extremely well, even to the point where they now have been given a shot at the Ladies Tag Team Championship of the World. Of course, the current champions, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai. What can we expect to see, Brain, from the Jumping Bomb Angels?
I don't know, but I'm very upset with. Well, because I don't pay much attention to them, and I'm very upset with both of them. Left a little too much starch in my collar.
The Jumping Bomb?
Yeah, they do my laundry for me. Hangers next time, not boxes. I've told them that.
Let's go to ringside and take a look and see if, in fact, the Jumping Bomb Angels are championship material.
2 buttons missing.
Tag team bout. It is for the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Tag Team Championship. Introducing in the ring at a combined weight of 300 pounds even, the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Tag Team Champions from Hawaii, Leilani Kai. Her tag team partner from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Judy Martin. The challengers from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at a total combined weight of 283 pounds, the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Well, what a treat we have for you. Craig DeGeorge, happy to be alongside Leaping Lanny Poffo. Title on the line there, Leaping Lanny.
Thank you very much, Craig DeGeorge. Yes, it is. You can feel the excitement in the air. Everybody's buzzing. And look at those pretty Japanese girls. Itsuki and Noreo.
This truly has a world flavor here. The former tag team champions from Japan, Itsuki Yamazaki and Noreo Tateno. That is Yamazaki in the dark. In the light, Noreo Tateno.
Look at the amazing flexibility on the challengers, but Judy Martin has come right away. Very aggressive.
Wow, they call them the Jumping Bomb Angels, and we saw 2 flying kicks by both of them. Yamazaki and Tateno. Taking care of Judy Martin here.
Double clothesline, double dropkick. Judy Martin wishes she'd have stayed in bed.
In the ropes, double clothesline. No, they didn't get it that time.
Leilani Kai managed to reverse the inertia. Oh, what a rolling cradle.
Beautiful cradle there.
I am amazed.
Oh, they're very impressive here. Well, they were tag team champs, Leaping Lanny.
That's right, and this is for all the marbles, isn't it? Leilani Kai. She was down, but only a count of 1.
Hey, the title is on the line here. Jumping Bomb Angels looking to take the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title in the ladies division.
An amazing vaulting dropkick and a suplex.
Wow, beautiful suplex by Yamazaki. Can't get the 3 count.
Gloria Steinem, eat your heart out. These are the women of the 80s.
All 4 of them, right?
There's a right-handed side chancery.
And here's Tateno.
And now a front chancery, front face lock. Depending on which side of the Atlantic you're on, or in their case, which side of the Pacific.
That's right.
Tremendous leg development on the Japanese girls.
Well, good power right there by Leilani Kai. The World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champs do outweigh the Japanese tag team by about 20 pounds or so, which could make a difference.
Judy Martin with the body press, but what a wrestler's bridge.
Beautiful bridge there by Yamazaki, doing a number on Judy Martin, trying to get the suplex. Oh, there's a tough body slam by Martin, off the ropes. Elbow drop missed.
I'm amazed, Craig.
We've seen some great speed, Lanny.
Off the top rope. Judy Martin, she doesn't know what's going on. Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Very precarious position for Yamazaki. Look at that flying move.
Oh, what a maneuver.
And she sends Martin all the way out into the steel post.
And she says, come hither to the Polynesian champion, Leilani Kai. She wants no part of the Japanese girl.
Wow.
And now, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai are arguing over who's the legal woman in the ring. Neither one wants to get in there against these Japanese fireballs.
Do you blame them?
I don't blame them a bit. But I'll tell you what, Leilani Kai, she has wrists larger than most men. What a bone structure that woman has, and she is powerful.
And their tag team championship speaks for itself.
That's right. How do you think they got there?
That's right. But we are seeing a great test here for the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Leilani Kai has the advantage. And she tries for a vertical kick, but the Japanese girl has her completely locked up. They're going for the figure 4 leg lock. Both Japanese girls have the figure 4 leg lock, and the fans are going wild. The referee is checking for submission.
They may have it right here.
Judy Martin and Leilani Kai are writhing in agony. The Japanese girls are all locked up.
Hey, that's a very impressive figure 4.
That's right. Look how deep she has it.
Very impressive. Yamazaki and Tateno.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Itsuki is in the blue.
That's right.
And Norio is in the pink.
Exactly.
And she drops a leg a la Hulk Hogan. Right on Leilani Kai. The referee needs to check for submission. I don't see how much more she can take.
Yamazaki has not given up with that figure 4, huh?
Well, these girls have a lot of heart. I give all 4 of them credit. I'm seeing championship caliber wrestling right now. I don't believe I've ever seen 4 girls fight harder for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Tell you one thing, there won't be much chatter back and forth because the Japanese tag teams...
That's an illegal tag. She had her feet on the bottom rope.
Excuse me, Lanny, they do not speak English. So
that's
right,
but
the words here.
They speak the international language of competition.
Yes.
In the square circle, everybody speaks the same language. Whether it's 1, 2, 3 or Ichi-ni-san.
You can understand those sounds.
Incredible the amount of punishment that Leilani Kai is taking.
Kai looks like she's just about ready to give up here.
The World Wrestling Federation always delivers the best. And these girls, well, they're just exemplary of the great action and the great talent that's here. There's a legal tag made. And I think she's trying to roll her over, possibly for a single leg Boston Crab.
Oh, you notice they work very well together. They both work in the same area. Very smart tag team from Japan.
They've got continuity.
Yeah,
they've got what it takes.
Exactly right.
They're giving up a little in size, but they're not giving up anything in heart.
No.
As a matter of fact, I believe it's a 4-way tie. Oh, what a boot.
This one you were ready to count out Leilani Kai.
There's a kick to the back, to the sciatic nerve. An amazing octopus. Oh, I've never seen a woman do that. I've only seen men.
Wow.
And Judy Martin made the save, an illegal entry, but she had to do it. She had to protect her belts. I don't blame her. Sometimes the end justifies the means. What amazing leg strength. These Japanese girls, I'll tell you, I'm just impressed. Aren't you, Craig?
I'll tell you, Norio Tateno, Itsuki Yamazaki, both are true champs in there.
This capacity.
Jumping Bomb Angels giving the champions every bit of action they want, and more than they anticipated, I'm sure.
I wonder how much money DiBiase would take to send those 2 Japanese girls packing.
Packing where?
Back to Tokyo.
We'll be back at the conclusion in a moment.
Or Guam.
I straighten
Don't
them
really
out.
care. You better
Jumping
find out
Bomb
right now.
Angels looking to
That's
return.
Right.
What
I mean,
is
you
it
got the whole
now?
program, nothing.
What
no,
are you
I
upset
want
about
some
now?
action taken. I want taken now.
Give me a break.
I'm going to find out why no member of my family's on today's program, on this evening's program.
Oh,
I'm going to know now.
Let's go back to ringside with the Jumping Bomb Angels.
This capacity crowd has made a lot of noise and they've shown a lot of appreciation, but I've seen sometimes they've even got quiet just out of respect.
Oh boy, Leilani Kai just picked up Tateno by the hair and threw her down.
I think the end result was on the cervical vertebrae. I don't know how much more of this she can take. Body slam and a body press. Look at that move. Oh! She has a pin.
Oh, only got one, only got one.
Absolutely amazing.
What speed to come out of that body slam, take care of Martin, and then work on Kai for the 3 count.
That was a lovely bridge. A boot right to the upper pectorals. And there's a shot to the throat. Judy Martin finally has the match going her way, and she's going to take advantage of everything. Flying elbow right to the throat.
I think it could be a situation where perhaps the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champs were surprised a little bit, needed to get knocked into the match, if you will, by the Jumping Bomb Angels, and realize the caliber of their opponents and are now taking control.
There's a fireman's carry, and what are they setting up here? Leilani Kai puts her knee down. Oh, right in the midriff. Leilani Kai using her added weight to her advantage. She is a Polynesian beauty. And as I said before, she has wrist the size of any truck driver. She's standing on the throat of the Japanese princess. The referee is now admonishing Leilani Kai. And Judy Martin is working on her.
Look at Yamazaki riling up the crowd. I'll tell you, these two feel right at home here, don't they?
But Leilani Kai knows how to make a fool out of the referee. You can't blame the referee because with 4 women in the ring, I defy anybody to go out there and do a better job. If they don't believe me, try it themselves. It looks easy when you're in the audience.
Well, you can't see everything. You have 2 eyes.
An Irish whip, and it's reversed. And there's a roll-up cradle. But she didn't get the proper leverage. Excellent counter by Judy Martin.
Apparent choke there by Judy Martin as well. And you saw Tateno complain.
It was a blatant chokehold right in front of the referee. Another kick to the belly.
I'll tell you one thing. Jumping by the Angels have dished it out, but they've taken some shots too from Martin and Kai.
Oh! What a horrendous turn of events. Leaping into the ring. Oh, body press. Amazing.
Look at Yamazaki take care of both of them.
She's a house of fire. And the crowd has really taken to this Japanese team. Well, I think the action speaks for itself, and I wish we had subtitles. Amazing.
I don't know, I think it's that international language you're talking about.
A body slam and a flying leap. Referee should have been down earlier, but Judy Martin was in for the save.
You know a lot about flying leaps. How would you rate that one?
That's among the best I've ever seen.
Huh? Oh, there's a good one.
There she is again. Judy Martin continues to interrupt the 3 count. I believe the Japanese girls would have been world champions.
Greg DeGeorge here with Leaping Lanny Poffo, title on the line.
Well, I've never seen a move like that. I thought it was going to be a pile driver.
That's good. Oh, there it is.
Count of 3. It looks like the challengers are foiled. Leilani Kai got the victory, and I must say it was completely legal.
It was a legal finish, although they took their lumps along the way. You have to say that, Leaping Lanny Poffo. Jumping Bomb Angels impressive in defeat.
A beautiful flying drop kick, but I'm afraid the damage is done.
Let's pick up the decision, Lanny.
The winners of the bout and still World Wrestling Federation Ladies Tag Team Champions, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai.
Well, Mel Phillips said it all. They don't ask how you won, they ask if you won.
That's right, and there is no change in the title. Let's take a look at the replay. Lanny, take us through it.
Well, it was just amazing. I thought it was going to be a power driver, but as you can see, it was an inverted layout, and Judy Martin went for the cover. The other Japanese girl, if she had made the save, if she resorted to the same treachery, they might have been champions right now.
Perhaps, but we'll remember the Jumping Bomb Angels, that's for sure. Back with more action after this.
Well, the gold will not be going to Nagoya.
You know, it's funny because before this match, I ran into Judy Martin and her partner in the hall, and I thought they were going out to get a drink.
When are you going out?
Well, I said, what are you guys going to do now? They said, well, we're going to get ourselves a little nip.
Please, give me a break.
Well, I could be wrong, you know.
Yeah, you could be wrong. Did you hear Leaping Lanny Poffo said that Leilani Kai had the wrists of a truck driver?
Well, he should know.
Yeah.
But that's his business. What I'd like to get to now is I went in the back room and I went into the director's office. I got on the phone to the powers that be and I made some noise.
You spoke to Kay?
No, she was out. Oh. But I, being host, I leaned on the people that you lean on in the back.
Did you spread any of DiBiase's money around?
No, I would have. If I had to do that, I'll do that. But I've got a member of the family coming up pretty soon.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Whatever it takes to make you happy will be fine with me. I'm not going to try to upset you this week or get you all bent out of shape or maybe get a couple of oohs or ahs out of you. If you
This is Monsoon talking.
Yeah, absolutely. As the brain stated, we will be back momentarily with a member indeed of the family. I can't believe it.
What?
You arranged for this upcoming. You know what we're going to see now?
Well, knowing what's going on in the back, probably nothing. But no, we're going to see Rick Rude, Ravishing Rick Rude against Jerry.
No, we're not. We're going to see Hercules Hernandez in Madison Square Garden against Billy Jack Haynes.
No, I talked to the short guy with the beard, the little guy, the little runt back there. He told me he's going to put on Ravishing Rick Rude.
This is the one where Herc gets his clock cleaned.
No, we're not seeing that.
We are.
Don't wrap me
Let's
up.
Let's go to Madison Square Garden right now as we join in progress. Compliments of this gentleman.
Hey, Fuzzface.
This match.
Close but no cigar.
No, Haynes waging a psychological type of warfare here as well. He picked up Hercules, pressed him overhead, slammed him heavily to the canvas, and then gave him time to think about that.
No, as another of our colleagues would say, Mean Gene, it only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes.
Yes, he does say that, and that's true, too.
Of course, he says a lot of other things, too, that sometimes we can't repeat.
You're right. Sometimes he says them, and I'm ashamed for him.
Hernandez outside now, trying to recoup a little bit. Of course, Billy Jack making it easy for him. He wanted him back inside that ring. The referee literally had to force him back to a neutral part of the ring so he could lay a count on Hernandez. He's back over there staring down at him. Yes. Referee's not going to count anybody out when you're peering over his shoulder.
No, Billy Jack Haynes has that sort of stalking look about him. He's just stalking his man. He's not getting himself fired up. He's just burning with some sort of ember inside him that is smoldering, ready to catch fire. Hercules coming into the ring. It seemed a little reluctantly to me.
I think he's playing possum here myself, I think.
Yes, I think so too.
I don't believe he's hurt as bad as he would like to have Billy Jack think.
No, there's a lot of psychological warfare going on now between these two. Their minds are at work, obviously.
I know he does have a bad hamstring tear, but he's showing everyone, including Billy Jack, that it's his back that's bothering him. Maybe it's a good diversion to get the guy not thinking about your leg, because I don't know, if I were in there and a guy had his leg wrapped up like that, I'd be working on it, Alvin.
Yeah.
He didn't escape. He caught him well. Brought him in the hard way, right over the top.
Deceptively fast moved that by Haynes. Then clotheslined him, a standing clothesline, and floored him.
Suplex coming up.
Standing him up.
Nailed him with it.
And twisted him as he came down to add a little more injury to that.
Billy Jack having it all his own way right now. Drops an elbow on Hercules.
Billy Jack still stalking his man there.
Backbreaker, didn't turn him
look at that, what a show of power by Haynes. Picked him up again with one arm, a dead weight.
Billy Jack, second turnbuckle on the inside. Dangerous, high-risk move, nobody home. God. Long way away, but he was better than three-quarters of the way across the ring when he tried to reach him.
He was, and he landed face first into the hard canvas here.
Checking his nose to make sure it's still in one piece. Wow, running clothesline by Hercules. I am afraid the tide has turned.
It has at the moment, because Hercules was astute enough to avoid that onslaught that was given by Haynes from the second rope. And now Haynes is down on the floor suffering, and it's Hercules who's doing the stalking.
And once he gets you in a compromised position, forget about it. He's relentless.
He really is.
As you can see right now.
And he's putting that right boot to the head of Haynes, and they are taking their toll.
Come on, ref, the guy's underneath the ropes here. Whoa.
Difficult to get Haynes in this position, but Hercules has done it. And Haynes, you very seldom see him on the receiving end like this.
Look out. Perhaps a full Nelson of his own. No. Nails him in the lower lumbar region of the back and drives him outside the ring, but I don't know, maybe the best place for Billy Jack right now.
I think so, because Hercules is looking really good. He's controlling that ring. He's using a lot of authority in his moves. The pacing he took at the beginning hasn't seemed to affect him.
Both men outside on the concrete right now, on the floor in Madison Square Garden. Look out. Rams him right into the steel barricade surrounding our ring here. In deep trouble. Referee laying the count on both men. They've both been out there quite some time. Hernandez is going to have to roll in there and break this count here, or they'll both be counted out.
Hernandez taking his time. He's quite nonchalant about this.
He got up there at about 19. Just made it in. Now he'll have to start all over on Billy Jack. Those short ribs are hurting right now.
They are. I haven't seen too much of the that leg, that right leg. That's an injury, an obvious injury to Hercules, affecting his wrestling strategies. Have you, Gorilla?
Obviously not, but it may be a decoy as well.
It's highly possible. But I'll tell you one thing about Hercules, it is not a decoy. He's sporting a very new cauliflower ear. His left ear is cauliflower. I don't know if that occurred during this match or a previous one, but they're very uncomfortable.
And painful. Every time your heart beats. Oh, pain and agony.
Maybe a little later we could get a close-up of that left ear. It's swelling up quite a lot now.
Turned into a fisticuffs match as he's just setting him up and leveled him with that uppercut.
I think Hercules is waiting for an opportunity to slap his full Nelson onto Billy Jack Haynes, who's obviously a little weak.
There's a chance for it right now. He's got his back turned. Stalking him around. Now he turned around. Rams him into that top turnbuckle.
And it looks as if Haynes is trying to keep his arms up to ward off a full Nelson, if possible.
Billy Jack in a whole lot of trouble.
Hercules making himself up.
Irish whip coming up. Oh, in hard. Oh, right on the back of the head as he sort of staggered and slipped as he went into the turnbuckle. That top turnbuckle caught him right in the back of the head.
That is a sign of weakness and fatigue there. His legs gave out from underneath him. As you say, he went into the turnbuckle in the back of his head. And if that doesn't take all the energy and sap out of you, I don't know what does.
Comes back with the right hand, not a whole lot behind it, but enough to stop dead in his tracks.
I think Hercules is trying to crush the face of Haynes there.
Going to rearrange his facial expression.
I think he...
Nice looking guy, for my money. Leave the guy alone.
Yeah, he might not be after this match, sir.
Billy Jack doesn't have a clue where he is right now. He's holding onto the ropes right now for some kind of support. At least show him where he is inside. In the meantime, he continues to go to work on that kidney area.
Haynes is trying to get it together, and he's in the wrong place to do that. He should bail out just for a second or two and try and shake his head clear of those cobwebs.
He nailed him right on the back of the neck again and stopped him.
Hercules, a powerful wrestler. Just look at him.
Come on, ref, that's a blatant chokehold right there. Foot on the throat, over the ropes, extended. Billy Jack could be in deep trouble as he's right above our broadcast position here. He's got to reach down for that little something extra. Well, like that adrenaline flowing.
We know he can, Gorilla. We've watched him before deep down for something extra, and he's managed to achieve it. Do you think he can here?
Well, it remains to be seen.
He has taken a tremendous battering. Now, a side backbreaker there.
Oh, beautifully executed by Hercules. He's having a good time right now, Alfred.
I think he's enjoying himself.
Got an awful lot of tape hanging off of his wrist there. That could come into play very easily. 2 count and the foot is on the ropes. Referee saw it.
Hercules not really a brilliant ring tactician because he should have done that in the center of the ring. I think he would have won this match then. But I think what he really wants to do is to get that full Nelson on him.
Headbutt to the midsection. Stopped Hurt right in his tracks. Billy Jack reaching down for that little something extra from deep down inside. Wow. Suplex coming up.
Got him.
Oh, my word. Excuse me.
The power of Hercules is astonishing. He actually jumped in the air with that.
Look at this nonchalant cover here. Maybe a little bit too nonchalant.
Yeah, definitely. A very cavalier attitude, and that's not going to pay off.
Oh, there's that tape we talked about earlier. He's got it wrapped around the throat now. I knew it would just be a question of time before he brought that into play.
Yes, that looks like he was waiting to do that somehow or other.
Well, the referee obviously saw it hanging there for quite some time. He could have just ripped it off of there, made him take it off. Didn't see fit to do that.
No, and still not doing it. Hercules is in complete control.
There it is again. Wrapped right around the neck. Referee reaching in there to see if he can feel anything. Stick your hand in there, ref. Don't be afraid. They won't bite you.
Talk about torture chambers. In Madison Square Garden, Hercules Hernandez really battling it out with Billy Jack Haynes. So
I would say he's ahead in points.
What would you know about points?
Easy. I bet on a nag once at Aqueduct.
Please, give me a break, Brain. We'll be back with the exciting conclusion in just a moment.
Well, at least he's used his authority.
Yeah, but look at the damage he's done already with it.
I can't believe. Tell him what you told me off the air about the horse that you bet at Aqueduct.
Old Soup Bone?
Yeah, he went off at 20-1 and committed 330.
No, closer to 4.
Closer to 4. Let's go back to Madison Square Garden ringside.
He had a 240-pound jockey on him. That's the trouble.
Please, let's go.
Billy Jack getting choked out here.
Billy Jack has been in a lot of trouble. It's going to take a superhuman effort to get out of this. I don't think he can do it.
Well, now the referee has to see that tape hanging down now. How could you not? Oh, he made him tear it off.
Well, at least he's used his authority.
Yeah, but look at the damage he's done already with it. Billy Jack right for the pickings right now.
He is, and he really doesn't know where to expect the next onslaught from. Looking around for his opponent then. And Hercules showed him where he was. Good move by Haynes. Is it enough?
Well, he can't follow it up. He's too far gone, Alfred. He's hurt too badly to follow those moves up.
You know what I think here, Grill? I think Haynes has been diverted by trying to avoid a full Nelson. Hercules hasn't even tried to put a full Nelson on him.
Not one time yet. But Hurt just keeps coming forward.
And if that's the case, if Hercules doesn't attempt to pull a full Nelson on Haynes and Haynes keeps trying to avert it, he's going to lose this belt.
Bear hug. Another power move. Wow. Billy Jack didn't waste any time getting out of that one.
No pressure in the eardrums there. That really hurts.
He gave his wake-up call there.
Yes, he did.
Rang his bell for him.
He's shaking his head. I think the bell is still ringing up there.
Herc walking in wide open. Paid for it.
Very lackadaisical approach by Hercules. I think there's one of two things here. Either he thinks he's got this sewn up, or he's beginning to weaken himself.
Well, the tank has got to be fairly empty now on both of these individuals. Whoa, chop and a beauty.
That was a good chop by Haynes in that exchange of blows there. In fact, it looks as if Haynes may be getting something back here.
Well, he was until Herc nailed him right in the back of the head once more, and that seems to be his soft spot right now.
It does, but look at Hercules. Has he still got that superhuman strength? Yeah, he does.
Oh, look at that extended slam.
He soon answered that question.
He said it's coming now. Full Nelson is coming now, folks. Certainly taking his time about it. He got in the right position, got behind the man from Portland.
He's waited long enough.
Here it comes. He got it on. Does he have the fingers locked? Can't tell from our position.
It looks slippery at the top. He doesn't have his fingers locked.
No, he does not.
He's got good pressure at the top of the head, but he doesn't have the fingers locked.
Billy Jack fighting it for all he's worth here. Although the fingers of Herc are not locked.
Billy Jack hanging in tremendously. I think he's losing his grasp there.
Uh-oh. He just tightened it up now. Those fingers are just about touching. If he gets him down on the canvas, he'll be able to lock those fingers, and this one will be history.
And he's got Billy Jack's head thrust right into his chest, and that's the place where he wants it. Cut off that supply of blood to the brain.
Referee checking, checking the left arm of Billy Jack, but he holds it. He's fighting it. At no time did he get those fingers locked up.
Look at his fantastic effort by Haynes.
Look at the look on Herc's face. He can't believe it.
He's coming up. Haynes is coming up. He's breaking it.
Herc realizing it went downstairs immediately.
He's going to have to try again because that wasn't successful.
Never did get those fingers locked, Alfred.
No, he didn't.
And still almost put him out without locking him. That'll show you the kind of power he possesses.
Incredible superhuman power. But then again, let's take our hat off to Haynes because he resisted all that.
Boy, he certainly did. A lesser man would have given up a number of times. Look out. Duck underneath. A big round drive and roll with a clothesline, leveled him with it.
Now Haynes has got a little chance to recoup here. Get himself back into some sort of shape. Hercules is down, not able to take advantage of him.
That was just an instinct move, Alfred. He didn't have a clue what he was doing there. Just an involuntary maneuver that's in the back of your mind, and he pulled it right out of the hat.
You're right, you're right. But looking at Hercules, his eyes were beginning to rotate there. Wow. Now look at him.
Oh, Billy Jack got a piece of tape of his own right now in his left hand, and he's going to put it around the neck of Hercules. It does.
There's a little tit for tat coming up here.
Well, that's only fair play. Oh, and just shot him 3/4 of the way across the ring. That'll take a lot out of Herc.
It really did, because I had a close-up of his face. His eyes are rolling in his head. And he's not looking so authoritative as he did a little while ago. Nicely sucked into that move by Billy Jack Haynes. Haynes obviously has ideas of his own now. They're beginning to formulate themselves well inside. Is he going? I thought he was going for his own full Nelson.
Starting to put it all back together. Irish whip in. Backdrop. Extended.
There's a lot of power left yet in Haynes, obviously.
A lot of fight left in the youngster yet.
This match has swung again in the favor, I believe, or coming into the favor of Haynes.
Backbreaker coming up. Oh.
Devastating move by Haynes there.
He used that twice now in this match, and both times very effectively. Elbow right into the sternum area. Turns around for a half a cradle. Couldn't get it.
Two things there. The power of Hercules saved him, but his weakness couldn't stop Haynes from dropping that tremendous elbow on him.
Either one of these gentlemen is right now. This match can be terminated. And
they're very unsteady on their feet, both of them. They cannot quite make one move that would finish this, although I think that's what they're trying to do. Finish it with one move, Gorilla. What do you think?
Well, I think that was not a deliberate move that Hernandez just made. He nailed him, but he nailed him in a very obscure manner. And he didn't really want to do that. And he lost the momentum right there, I'm afraid.
Just look at these two.
Both exchanging roundhouse rights now. An elbow right between the eyes of Hernandez.
Hernandez being waved in by Billy Jack Haynes there, and he accepted that. God, look at that. 2 rights by Haynes, 1 by Hernandez, and it's backwards and forwards.
Can't believe both of them are still standing.
Hercules, a big knee to the midsection of Haynes, and I can't believe they're standing either, Gorilla, but they are. Haynes nearly on backwards through the ropes. He's calling him in, trying to trap Hercules. Just a tremendous battle of power.
Like 2 wild bulls.
Stamina, yes.
About 4 quick rights in a row. A lot of the steam gone out of the blows of Hernandez.
Yes, and they're both locked there, as you say, like bulls, they're horn to horn. These are 2 supermen in the ring.
Can't believe it. Neither one of them is busted wide open in this match. With all the tremendous blows they've taken.
Just look at those blows there by Haynes, and Hercules still on his feet.
Elbow found the mark.
Now is Haynes' opportunity, if he's got the strength to follow it up.
Oh, leverage move used by Hernandez to force Billy Jack outside the ring. Both men on the floor now. Hammer and tong here, looking for an opening.
Both striving to stay on their feet outside the ring. I don't think either of them can hear the referee's count.
Referee definitely laying the count on both men.
Haynes not sure exactly where he is. Hercules walking around the ring. I think he's trying to get back in before this count is complete. Both men able to get back into the ring, and that really astounds me.
Well, they both beat the count in. Oh. Herc is out. Herc is out on his feet. Snapmare takes him over.
Well, I don't know whether he knew he was coming, but he got up at the most opportune time.
I don't think he had a clue that he was coming.
I don't think so.
Just happened to make a maneuver to get to his feet at the same time Billy Jack went for that headbutt.
Hercules has the strength to go to that middle rope, but not terribly effective, I'm afraid. Both men now so weary, so exhausted, practically nothing left in those blows, and yet they still have the heart to continue. Where is it all coming from?
Oh, there's the bell. I think this match was a 30-minute time limit, and obviously the 30 minutes has expired.
And I don't think Hercules knows where his corner is or can make his way back to it.
Seems like they were in there for like an hour. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Howard Finkel. He's getting the official decision now.
The time limit has expired, ladies and gentlemen, and I have the official decision. Referee rules this bout a draw. Draw.
I told you you wouldn't like it. What
It
kind
amazed
of money did you spread around in there? A couple $2 bills?
No, but I'll have those guys will not be here next week.
Which guys?
Those the two
bearded wonders?
Yeah, the Smith brothers in the back room there. They'll be gone.
Oh, maybe we will, in fact, next week get a chance to take a look at the...
Wouldn't hurt to get a whole new crew if you really think about it.
The Hamburger King.
The Hamburger King.
King Kong Bundy. Fast Food King. Isn't he
The Fast Food King.
Isn't that his title?
No, it isn't. He's King Kong Bundy.
Oh.
Only goes to nothing but the finest restaurants.
Yeah, McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King. We're going to be taking a look in just a moment at the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions of the World, referring to Jim the Anvil Neidhart and, of course, Bret the Hitman Hart, and very tough competition for them against the former champions. Speaking of Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldogs, and you can bet that Matilda will definitely play a very important part in this beginning of this match. So stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
Dog needs to be wormed.
who was the referee in that particular event, that title matchup, and he literally gave the title to the Hart Foundation.
It certainly did seem that way.
Well, Brain, your little arrangement here is just wishful thinking. One way or another, I guess you'd figure you'd surround yourself with champions, of which you don't really have any in your family right now.
I told you why. But
Yeah.
I'm always surrounded by
Conspiracy,
champions.
right?
Yeah, there's a conspiracy. Well, I'm the host here, but you won't admit it. I can make you admit it.
Yeah? Well, that remains to be seen. A match of great magnitude, the location Madison Square Garden, the former champions, the British Bulldogs, looking to get a crack back at their title and put it back in their possession. Let's go to ringside.
This contest is for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. It is scheduled for one fall with a 1-hour time limit. Introducing first the manager, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. And Jimmy Hart presents the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions at a total combined weight of 511 pounds. The Hitman, Bret Hart, the Anvil, Jim Neidhart, the Hart Foundation. And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by their mascot Matilda, the challengers from England at a total combined weight of 462 pounds. Davey Boy Smith, the Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldog.
Matilda leading the way down the ringside here in Madison Square Garden for the British Bulldogs. Gorilla Monsoon along with Lord Alfred Hayes here for the title match. It's the gold is on the line.
Yes, and Matilda looking at Jimmy Hart.
Oh, look
He's
at
after him. Look at him run.
Matilda right after the mouth of the South. Looks like she got a chunk out of his wrist.
It looked like Matilda got.
And the bell is sounded. This match is underway.
Mind you, while that distraction was taking place, it gave the Harts a time to catch. I believe that's Davey Boy Smith. It is indeed. They caught him not exactly napping, but unawares.
Look at the Colonel over there checking out that left hand, Alfred, looking for those teeth marks. I'm sure there's some there. Boy, what a dislike she has for him.
Yes.
And rightly so.
Yes, Matilda seemed to have a little nibble there, but Jimmy Hart. I think Hart was lucky to escape from Matilda.
Oh, look at that. The Hitman with a tag rope wrapped around the neck of Davey Boy, just hanging on. Come on, ref. Get your act together. Doesn't take long for the lights to go out when that happens.
No. But this is one match that the Harts really didn't want. They fear these Bulldogs, I think, more than any other team they've had to face.
That's who they got the title from. It was handed to them on a silver platter by Dangerous Danny Davis, who was the referee in that particular event, that title matchup, and he literally gave the title to the Hart Foundation.
It certainly did seem that way, although I'm not going to say anything because people might think I was biased.
Dynamite in there now, unloading, nice headbutt, sent the Anvil down, and Dynamite going to work on the Hitman now. Dynamite just about back 100%. After the serious injury he suffered.
He must be going for this snap super.
Oh, he nailed him with it.
And nobody does it better.
2 count, nope.
All these men look to be in just terrific condition.
Hitman come out the back door, only to run into the extended boot of Davey Boy Smith.
The power of the British
Not
team
going to beat him that way, sorry.
No. Davey Boy Smith in there on a wearing down campaign against Bret Hart, who is the smaller or the younger partner, I should say, in the Hart Foundation team.
Certainly have to have the Bulldogs in a more compromising position than that in order to get a victory over him. And the Colonel screaming at the referee to watch the choke, and still every once in a while taking a glance at that left hand that Matilda tried to make off with.
Bret Hart struggled to his feet there. Nice move by Bret Hart. I don't know whether he's tagged his partner in or not. From my angle, I can't see that.
Oh, nice crucifix move as he went for a clothesline, got caught. Whoa, was that close?
That was tremendously close. Excellent move there by the Bulldogs.
Right into the two extended feet of Dynamite. Tag made. These Bulldogs look like the Bulldogs of old.
They really do. They got tremendous teamwork going for them now. Oh, so close. I stopped there because I thought that might have been it. I thought the championship may have changed right there and then.
Boy, it is indeed possible for that to happen right here in Madison Square Garden or anywhere else these two teams meet.
Bret Hart should tag out now because he's been in there a long time. He's taken quite a bit of punishment.
He's trying to get to his corner, I guarantee you that.
Yes.
Dynamite and Davey won't let him as they make the quick tag and right into the short rib area. Double headbutt sends the Hitman down.
Hitman now absorbing a lot of punishment.
The Anvil taking some instructions from the Colonel.
I wouldn't say he's going to trap him in this.
Oh!
Nice hold if he can pull it off, and he did.
Cradle suplex. 2 count couldn't hold him down. That's the patented move of the King.
Yes.
Harley Race.
Well, I think Harley Race may have picked that up from the Bulldogs because I saw Davey Boy Smith do that move, that same particular move, a year or so ago. But a good move that is if you can pull it off. But you have to.
Oh, Dynamite unleashes another headbutt right to the kisser. These guys are doing it with a vengeance. They want those titles back.
They're making excellent team changes, and they're keeping Bret Hart away from his partner, which is a good move by them. But Hart, a very tough and resilient youngster, and made that tag, the all-important tag.
Probably one of the most improved wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation, the Hitman. He's put it all together, has developed that excellence of execution. And Hart Foundation in a whole lot of trouble in Madison Square Garden.
What's your price?
My price for what?
Admitting I'm the host.
Please, give me a break. With plenty more action still to come in this one, with the mouth of the South bleeding from the hand at ringside. We'll be back in just a moment. Sure did. The hot weather could be making strange things happen. Just recently, the Fabulous One dropped her championship belt to Sherry Martel, and now perhaps the British Bulldogs can get their hands right back on the goal once more. Let's go back to ringside.
Matilda's going to be there?
Yeah. And it shows. But now the powerhouse is in there.
And look at the awesome power of that man, Gorilla. He is a damaging part of this team.
Well, little assistance being given there by the Colonel. Oh, look at that. Hitman wasn't hurt all that bad. Oh, random face first. Right into the steel railing. Did a number on Dynamite right there. Took a lot of starch out of him.
Referee completely distracted, and in fact is coming over, but hasn't said a word to either of the Harts about that.
Shut up and sit down, you little jerk.
Oh, look at this. Late lunchtime for the Anvil. No need for that.
Not at all, because right now the Hart Foundation is completely on top of the Bulldogs. And they've weathered that first attack by the Bulldogs. They've overcome that. And now they've taken up the impetus themselves, and it has swung in their favor. Once they get moving there, awesome.
Look out.
This is their move.
Nailed them with it.
It's just a question of covering. I'm afraid it's all over for the Bulldogs.
Dynamite comes out the back door. Disgusted look on the face of Bret Hart, the Hitman.
I don't think they thought that was going to happen. I'm sure they thought they had Dynamite Kid completely finished off there.
Just about decapitated him, but that'll show you the drive.
Got European-style uppercut there from Bret Hart.
Dynamite needing desperately to make a tag here.
Another one.
I don't believe he has a clue where his partner is.
Incidentally, the Hart Foundation did wrestle in Germany a little while ago and did exceedingly well.
They did.
They picked up some good European moves too. Yes, they did indeed.
Right over the shoulder of the Colonel, the man who has 2 titles in his stable, the honky-tonk man with the Intercontinental Championship, and of course, the Hart. Oh, look at that, couldn't hold him up there. Nice kick movement. Whoa. Anvil reached in and got a handful of boots.
Yes, that was awfully close. I think that Bret Hart might have kicked out of that, but he relied on a little help from Anvil.
Well, the Hitman said, let me get out of here. That was too close.
Yes. Just come down with all that body weight on top of Dynamite Kid. He is an awesome wrestler, the Anvil.
He got the worst of that. He didn't do his homework.
I don't think he did.
You don't want to do that to Dynamite.
He's going to have another go now.
Oh, block of the right hand. There's another headbutt. Dynamite finally saw where Davey Boy was, and he's making his way over there right now. And the Hitman comes in and steps right in front of him. Well, the Hart Foundation certainly knows how to cut the ring in half, and that is so important when you want to have great tag team partners. They need to have that ability to do that.
Yes, I think he's made the tag, though.
Referee didn't see it. Not going to allow it. He's going to push Davey out of there.
My word, that's allowed both the Harts to team up on Dynamite Kid. Now what are they doing?
Well, the referee can certainly see this. He's looking right at him.
A double reversal.
Right out of the way.
Oh, nice.
And he'll over the top.
He needs to make that tag now.
And there it is.
He's made that tag.
Davey Boy's in there. On fire. Slingshot in. Clothesline. Nail the Hitman.
The Hitman not faring too well right now.
Monkey flip out of the corner.
Oh,
beauty.
To that monkey flip as well. And he's coming for a high-risk move.
Davey Boy plants a knee. Down for the cover. We could have new champions right here. 2 count. No.
Hart just managed to come out with that dubious 3 count there. And so close indeed to winning that championship back. Standing up, suplex, balanced him beautifully.
Over for the cover, referee way out of position. Come on!
Once again, so close.
In the meantime, on the outside, the Colonel trying to revive the Anvil as he took a tremendous fall.
And now going for his running power slam. He's got Hart absolutely helpless. There he goes, he's running.
The frosting on the cake right there. 1, 2. No, foot on the rope by the Hitman.
And that's a very, very risky thing by the Hitman because sometimes the referee doesn't see that.
The Anvil just stuck his head up above the apron, and Davey Boy made quick work of that. Up over the top and a sleeper slapped on by the Hitman. Look out, Dynamite coming in from the backside. Headbutt right to the back of the cranium. Meanwhile, on the outside, the Anvil is down and just about out of this.
He doesn't seem to be able to do anything, Anvil. He's flat on his back, and Bret Hart is in a lot of trouble. We can see history made here, Gorilla.
Irish whip, no reversal.
Oh,
there it is. Oh, look at that.
Oh, he lost his balance there. And Bret Hart caught the worst of that.
He got crotched right on the top ropes.
And now Davey Boy is coming to drag him up. In the meantime, Mouth of the South is on the side of the ring.
Mouth of the South complaining that's an automatic disqualification. There was a leg hook there from the outside by the Anvil. No.
Well, I didn't exactly see that. What happened, Gorilla?
Well, the Anvil from the outside hooked the leg, forcing Davey Boy to fall backwards and allowing the Hitman to get the cover. I can't believe it.
Dynamite killing there at the same time. They've chucked Mouth of the South. They're ripping stuff off him. His shirt's coming off. His jacket's coming off. He's ties it up. And up he goes.
He's flying right on top of the Anvil.
Pieces of Hart are flying all over the place. And now they have his megaphone.
But they'd like to have the belts, and they don't, Albert.
And that's the only thing they don't have, I'm afraid.
Well, that's another perfect example of why you need 2 referees in a match of that caliber.
They're still the champions.
Yeah, they're still the champions. By hook or by crook, in that case, by hook. The Anvil from the outside reached right in and hooked the leg of the...
Oh, I didn't see it. I missed it.
Of Davey Boy.
I'd have seen it. I'd have admitted it.
Which you just watched it.
I didn't see it. I must have been doing something else. I'm a busy guy here. Being host.
You want to start that again?
Okay, admit I'm host.
What for? You're not. You saw what happened when you went back to the control room? Nothing.
You know what I was dealing with back there?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I know who you were dealing with. Well, folks, that wraps it up for another week here on Prime Time. I've certainly had a good time. I'm sure you have too. I don't know how good a time you had.
Well, I'm the host. You can admit it.
Why should I admit it?
You got a price. What would it make you say I'm the host?
You don't have that kind of money, Brian.
I'm gonna show you something little trick Mr. DiBiase showed me, the $1 Million Man.
Be my guest. Go ahead. Is this going to take very long?
No, it won't take long
We're
at all.
wrapping up here. I want to thank the directors for doing a tremendous job today.
For $100?
For $100 for what?
You admit I'm a host?
For $100?
Yeah.
Is it a legitimate $100 bill?
Sure.
Sure. You're the host.
Told you.
I lied.
I mean, you lied.
Well, I just told
Well,
a
they give me my
small
$100
untruth.
back.
No, I could take somebody to dinner. See y'all next week.
Oh, wait a minute. That's my $100 you just beat me out of.
So
You admitted to everybody now you're a liar. Give me my $100.